Fox and Friends hosts Pastor E.W. Jackson. Who is this E.W. Jackson?
I think he was a former lieutenant gubernatorial candidate in Virginia.
Right. And here he is trying to make this about something other than race.
Oh, look at how they framed the segment from the beginning. Listen to what Elizabeth Hasselbeck says about we.
Mm-hmm. Elizabeth Hasselbeck should be very concerned today. Right.
Well, last night's deadly attack taking place at a historic church in South Carolina. The gunman's horrifying attack on faith, killing 9 people, including a famed pastor. So if we're not safe in our own churches, then where are we safe?
Pause
right now.
It's a horrifying attack on faith. If we are not safe in our churches, I got news for you, Elizabeth Hasselbeck. You're safe in your church. You do not have to worry in your church. You really don't have to worry about anywhere where you're at. I've seen the security at Fox. I'm not sure about where you live. But you, not just you, but I would say white people in their churches probably have a lot less to be concerned about than black people in their churches. This is not an attack on faith. I don't think when this guy, Storm or Roof or whatever the guy's name was, went in there and said, "You're raping our women, you have to go," he was talking about Christians. Continue.
Senior pastor of Hope Christian Church, Bishop E.W. Jackson. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning.
Your thoughts this morning?
Well, first of all, I'm pastor of the Call Church in Chesapeake, Virginia, but we had a prayer vigil this morning at 6 a.m. praying for the people in Charleston, South Carolina. We're urging people, wait for the facts, don't jump to conclusions. But I have to tell you, I am deeply concerned that this gunman chose to go into a church because there does seem to be a rising hostility against Christians across this country because of our biblical views. And I just think it's something that we have to be aware of and not create an atmosphere in which people take out their violent intentions against Christians. And I would mention one other thing very quickly, and that is I would urge pastors and men in these churches to prepare to defend themselves. It's sad, but I think that we've got to arm ourselves, at least have some people in the church who are prepared to defend the church when women and children are attacked.
Do you think that that is something that would fly inside a church, to have a pastor with a gun, to have security with a gun?
Look, I'm a pastor. If someone comes in to hurt my church members, I have an absolute obligation to defend them, to protect them. So 9 people dead, of course. I think people understand that it's sad, but this is...
Pause it. I mean, yeah, but just, what is going on in this pastor's mind, African-American pastor, comes on, I mean, does he really not pick up on the fact that this guy, now maybe he wasn't aware at the time that this guy, Dylan Roof, was on his Facebook page wearing a coat with the insignia of an apartheid South Africa and a white-ruled Rhodesia. Is he really not picking up on this having any type of racial element? I mean, is he that stupid, or is he really, I mean, that craven, that cynical, that he is so hungry for some measure of celebrity or notoriety or access to national television that he would say that type of thing? How much is he paid by the NRA? I mean, how much money do you have to take? How much desperation for fame do you need to say this type of thing on Fox so that you can continue to get access to that? It's unbelievable. Continue.
The world
Hey,
that we
I
live in.
understand it. I'm just from the
Absolutely.
pastor perspective, I want to know if that's something you would do.
Well, as a pastor, it's absolutely something that I would do to protect the people whom God has given me charge over.
You protect and shepherd your flock, I'm sure, in any way that you certainly can, in faith and in practicality. You know,
Amen.
when you are speaking now, we saw prayer circles forming immediately after at that church through the night, saying this doesn't matter what religion we are. We need God's protection right now. We pray for peace. When you see this, Emmanuel means God with us. There are people out there right now who say, well, evil was there as well with this man who is now on the loose. Do you say to churches, close your doors, keep them open? What's your message right now to churches across the states?
We have to keep our doors open, but we have to be discerning. There are evil people out there, and they want to hurt and kill and destroy. But no, we have to love people and invite people. Look, you know, being a Christian means taking a risk because it means loving the unlovable. It means helping people maybe who want to hurt you, and we have to keep doing that. But on the other hand, we also have to be prepared to defend those innocent people against these kinds of vicious attacks.
It was released earlier, and extraordinarily, they called it a hate crime. And some look at it as, well, it's because it was a white guy, apparently, and a black church. But you made a great point just a moment ago about
Pause it. Note, this is the first time we hear the words white, black. And it comes up in the context of, can you believe some people are calling this a hate crime? Just how demented are these people? I get that it's their job. But honestly, I mean, when that guy looks in the mirror, what's that guy Douchey's name? Steve Ducey. When he looks in the mirror, does he actually even see an image looking back at him? Or is it just like, there's nothing there? I mean, it's true. This is just grotesque, even by their craven, cynical standards. It's almost incomprehensible.
hostility toward Christians. And it was a church, so maybe that's what they're talking about. They haven't explained it to us.
Well, yeah, I don't know whether most people jump to conclusions about race. I long for the day when we stop doing that in our country. Yeah. But we don't know why he went into a church, but he didn't choose a bar. He didn't choose a basketball court. He chose a church, and we need to be looking at that very closely.
Absolutely. And reports are saying he was there, sitting there for about an hour, and then decided to kill the 9 people that he shot dead.
Sick.
Which is an amazing thing that somebody would come in like they're peaceful and intent on receiving what's being taught, and then they turn and attack people. I mean, it's a tragedy beyond human comprehension. We pray for those people down there. But yes, I think churches have got to be a lot more vigilant perhaps than we've ever been before.
EW, thank you very much for joining.
Unbelievable. Everybody, I mean, honestly, I don't understand like how the cameramen, how the sound people, I don't understand how the receptionist at that office, honestly, can actually just don't have to all feel like I've got to go take a shower. In fact, a shower, I got to literally I need to be completely detoxified. I need to go into one of those like plastic rooms, like where, you've been exposed to something radioactive. I mean, that is just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Honestly, I've been mocking these people professionally for over 10 years, and I am still just like, I just can't believe it. Despicable. And frankly, I think everybody associated with that segment should be on suicide watch right now. Because if someone played that video back to me and I had been a part of that, honestly, it's that disgusting. It really is. Honestly, I don't even know how to respond to it.